welcome back, guys. I apologize that I failed you and I did not post yesterday. So today is Vlogtober, day 19/20. And yeah, I just had a very hectic day yesterday and woke up really late. My homeschooling, the kids took right till like 4:30. And then I had to take Stephen to the hospital to remove his cast from his leg. And then I had training. And by the time I got home, it was already 9 o'clock and I had to cook, wash and sleep. So sorry for that. So today I'm going to be talking about something so many people have asked me about. If you know that I'm 29 now and you've seen my kids in videos, so if you do the math, you can kind of realize that I was a teen mom. And I'm just going to talk about my experience. Of course, this is only my experience and my opinion on the matter, really, but yeah, it's something that I'm asked about frequently, so I just thought I'd talk with you guys about this. So, when I met Stephen when I was 16 years old, and we were just like crazy over each other instantly. I remember in my diary on our first date I wrote, "I hope this is the guy for me." And well, apparently he was. And we immediately started, I think it was after 5-6 months we started planning. He proposed and we started planning our wedding after like 6 months together. And it was just that crazy I know you're the one kind of love, you know? And yeah, we really wanted kids, but we really wanted to get married and have kids and everything, but couldn't really wait for the kid part. So we were okay, if a kid comes, you know, because we're still getting married anyway, so why not? We love kids. We thought it would be something which brought us closer together. We were young, we didn't know some of the stuff that comes with having kids as well, but yeah, so as you know now, you know, the result of that, you know, we had our kids. And yeah, at a few days before my 18th birthday, we had a barbecue for my birthday. And I remember getting so drunk and going to the beach, lifting Stephen up on my shoulders. He lifted me up on his shoulders in the water and everything. And the next morning, at the time I used to smoke. I haven't smoked now for a while, but at the time I used to smoke, and in the morning I went for a morning cigarette and I felt queasy, you know? And I decided to take a pregnancy test because since we weren't being safe, I knew that it was a possibility. And I found out that I was 6 weeks pregnant. So at 6 weeks pregnant, I was lifting Stephen up on my shoulder. And yeah, I spent quite a few months after that worried of the repercussions of me doing that, but yeah, nothing could be done afterwards. I didn't know, of course. But yeah, I remember I was at home and in the morning I checked, and when I found out I was pregnant, I called my mom quickly to come to the room, and I'm like, "Mom," it was the summer, so she wasn't working at the time. I'm like, Mom, I'm pregnant." And of course, for me, it wasn't such a big shock, but for her, she was very worried, mostly because of the fact that, of course, she knew how my life would change having kids, you know, while as I didn't know all the things that come with having kids. And yeah, and I called Stephen, and I was like, "Stephen, just to let you know, I'm pregnant." I didn't have like this elaborate, beautiful pregnancy announcement that many people make. I'm just, "Hey Stephen, just to let you know." And he was at work at the time, and when he came home, of course, he was excited and everything. But yeah, I remember being stressed out about telling everyone in the family because not everyone took it the same way. Of course, I was, for them, the one that would continue school and do something with her life, and some of them were afraid that having a baby meant that I wouldn't get to do any of that, you know? Because some people still have the mentality that once you're a mother, that's all you are, you're a mother. While I don't believe in that. I believe that I'm Claire, Anna and Leon's mother. I'm not just Anna and Leon's mother, you know? But, well, So yeah, so the 9 months passed. It was quite an uneventful pregnancy. I was on a diet for the whole pregnancy because I was overweight, and I wanted to be healthy to have a healthy baby, you know. And I managed to, in fact, I think I had lost weight for most of the pregnancy, but then I just gained a bit at the end, and then Leon came. In the meantime, I had gotten married civilly because we had already planned to get married. But then a year and a half afterwards, we had a church wedding because we are Catholics, and we had the church wedding as well. And Leon was our ring bearer, our tiny cute little ring bearer, and yeah, it was a beautiful ceremony. And just a few months after, I decided it would be such a nice thing to have another baby close in age to Leon, because they would have fun together. So I went and told my mom, who said, like, Claire, you know, you and your sister are like a year and a half apart, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's good. So they have someone to play with. She's like, Claire, it's not easy. And even though she told me kind of think about it again, I was like, Mom, this is what I want. And so I decided kind of, I'm gonna have a baby. And we got quite lucky because we started trying to have Anna, not an audition. We are trying to have Anna when it was, I think, September, and by mid-October, about November, I found out that I was pregnant with Anna. I did have some issues with high blood pressure during that pregnancy, but it wasn't anything too bad. But by this time I was 20. I was around 20, and well, having another young kid while pregnant was a bit challenging, but it wasn't too bad because I was like, yes, let's get going. We used to have Leon in the pusher and just ready at prepping kind of what I'm going to do once I have another baby. And then Anna came. And Anna was, as a baby, Leon was easier because he used to just drink and sleep and just changing his diaper and everything. But Anna was a bit more fussy. She liked a lot of attention and everything. So, so it was quite different. And I remember just not wanting my life to change. So I kept in the terms of, I was still very independent when I had Leon. So I wanted to keep that independence when I had Anna as well, which was very, very important to me actually. And so I used to go strap Anna to my chest with one of those baby carrier things and Leon in the bush, and I would just go here and there because I didn't want to be kind of stuck at home just because I have 2 kids, you know. And yeah, I understood quite quickly what my mom meant, because it was difficult having one child kind of that needs your 100% attention and another who needs your attention but is still trying to be independent and running about and crawling everywhere and everything. So it was quite difficult at an early stage, but then later on it was nicer because they are really, really close. And even though they fight like crazy, just like my sister and I fought like crazy, it's still quite nice to see how protective they are of each other. Even if I'm punishing, for example, Leon, and I will be like, oh, no, it wasn't that bad. Even if they've just fought and I'm punishing him for hitting her, Mom, it's okay. And during this pandemic, it was especially great that they had each other because, I mean, we were inside for most of the time, and the fact that they had each other to interact with and play with and everything, it was really helpful and really beneficial, I think, for them. And yeah, I think I'm very lucky that I'm very lucky, and I appreciate the family I have, because there are so many things that kind of could have gone wrong, if not wrong, could have gone differently, but I'm very happy with how it ended up. And kids are a blessing, whichever way they come to you, adoption, fostering, IVF, natural birth, I don't know, all the different ways you can have kids, they are always a blessing. And I feel very blessed. There are some things which I hadn't expected from having kids. I mean, besides the financial the financial aspect of it, because it's very expensive. I knew they would be expensive in terms of diapers and stuff like that when they were babies, but it is very expensive to have kids. Their extracurricular activities, they cost money. Their uniforms cost money. Their school stuff costs a lot, and a lot. Besides the luxuries that you buy just for them to be at the same level as others. I wouldn't buy, for example, my kid a MacBook, but I would buy him a laptop because I know he needs it, you know. There's that financial aspect of it as well. And that I didn't know how expensive it would be, I'm not gonna lie. The second thing is the time. Your days go from being 24-hour long to 14-hour long, because so much of their stuff goes into every day, is packed into every day, that yeah, it's crazy. With their footballs or basketballs or gymnastics or swimming or I don't know what else. They have so many things. So yeah, that's something I wasn't expecting. But the thing that really surprised me and that I had no clue that would happen was the fact that the mom guilt, you know. I think every new mom feels this. Am I making the right choices? Am I making the right decisions? Whatever decision you make, you'll feel kind of that, am I doing the right thing? All the time. And I've spoken to many mothers about this and they all feel the same way. That definitely was something I did not expect. And I think I felt it even more so because I had them when I was so young. So you have that extra element of thinking, am I doing this right? Am I just too immature to know what is right? Am I just too young to know the difference between the right decision and not? And sometimes in the way people would speak to me and talk to me about certain things, I felt very self-conscious about my decisions. And it might not have been the case that they were trying to make me feel this way, but it certainly did feel that way as a young mother. And so I had that kind of need to prove myself as a mother constantly, you know. And yeah, that's something I still struggle with sometimes nowadays. Even though now I'm almost 30, I still struggle with that feeling sometimes. So maybe it's not an age thing. But the thing is, the reason why I wouldn't kind of recommend someone so young to have kids is because it does limit you. The financial aspect of it and the time aspect does limit your ability to do certain things. I did go back to university, thankfully, because of a very supporting husband and a very supporting family, and I did graduate, but it certainly wasn't easy. I mean, while others went home, some of them took a nap and then studied, I went home and had a whole list of other stuff to do. I still have to be both a student, a mother, then a study. I spent some time working as well, which didn't last long because it was crazy. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into being a parent, a lot more than just having that cuddly little baby and best friend. So yeah, it's not an easy decision. It's not something that I would recommend to plan. But I mean, these things happen, planned or not, and you can do it. You shouldn't give up on your dreams just because you have a child. You can be both a mother and pursue your dreams as well. But you have to be aware of your situation, of course. And in my opinion, they do always have to come first because, I mean, they need you, right? So, yeah. I'm quite happy, though. Nowadays, I feel like it turned out very well. So, let me know about your experience if you were a teen mom as well, or what you think about kind of my situation. But, I mean, not that I can do anything about my situation now. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you have any experiences you'd like to share, just do so in the comments below. Come back tomorrow. I'll try my best. I won't fail again. I'm sorry, guys. Bye-bye.